And today, we're going to be playing through the 2027 NBA season after free agency. So, we're not going to be controlling a team, but I'm just on a 76ers so I can get to the playoffs. But I'll update you lot on how it's going at the trade deadline. So now, we are at the trade deadline. Let's have a look at each conference's standings. So, in the Eastern Conference, the Pistons are top. They've only lost 9 games. Their roster is pretty stacked though. I don't know why they got Jaden Ivey back, but they must have picked him up in free agency. But the Knicks, after winning a championship, they're battling the 2 seed, which are battling with Boston and Cleveland and maybe Orlando if they can get a grip. Washington is still bottom, even though they have AJ Banster and Trae Young and AD and Alex Sarr. They have a good team. I don't know why they're dead last. But Philly are having a bad season, to be fair. I don't know how they're doing this bad with this sort of team. But now let's go to the Western Conference. OKC are kind of sweeping, losing 10 games, 41 wins, as expected. Minnesota are second in the conference. Dallas are third. Coops are 92 now, but don't know how this team's on a 3 seed. San Antonio Spurs, they're fourth. Expectations for them probably higher. They've lost quite a few games. They won the same games as the Phoenix Suns, but I think got a few games in hand. In this conference, Utah are last, 9 wins. Somehow this team's only got 9 wins. The Clippers are down there, the Grizzlies are down there, probably both expected. So I'll get back to you at the end of the season and see the playoff seeds. At the end of the season, Wemby gets MVP. He's going to average 30 a night, 14 boards. That's ridiculous from Wemby. Darius Acuff wins Rookie of the Year. 22 a night, 7 assists. All NBA first team is probably who you'd expect. But Paolo's in the All NBA second team, and Josh Giddey's in the third team, to be fair. So well done on him. Well done on him. Can't fucking speak. The conferences in the Eastern Conference, Detroit top by a landslide, only losing 17 games. New York do clinch a 2 seed, but Toronto, they come out of nowhere and they've managed to overtake Boston and get into the 4 seed. But Washington don't end up last. Giannis and his Heat team end up last, even though he has Bam and Andrew Wiggins, but it's still a pretty poor team, to be fair to them. In the Western Conference, OKC top, almost getting 70 wins. San Antonio, they're only 5th of 51, even though they got to the finals in real life. And the team in last is the Jazz still. I don't really know how this team is finishing last, but they only won 14 games, as Memphis and the Clippers also only won 24 together. So in the play-in then, Portland beat Houston, so they get straight into the bracket, as Houston are going to have to play the Lakers or the Pelicans. The Lakers win, so the Pelicans are out. And on this side, Orlando are going to have to play the Hawks. The Hawks win, so Orlando is still in the play-in. The Hawks face the Knicks 2 seed. And the Bucks have got to beat the Philly 76ers. Philly do win. They're now the 8th seed, as the Bucks are out. So on this side of the bracket, Houston versus the Lakers. I probably expect the Lakers to win this. Houston beat the Lakers. Doncic falling out of the playoffs. And this side of the bracket, it's Orlando versus Philly. And the Sixers are out. So it's Detroit versus Orlando. Can we see any game 7? That's what I'm looking for. All the teams that are expected to win do win the first game. But the Phoenix Suns beat the Spurs, which is a bit of a surprise. Game 2, Phoenix beat the Spurs again. Everyone really wins. Oh, but Chicago come back on Cleveland. Game 3, Houston get a game back on OKC. I think Phoenix will sweep the Spurs. Portland get a game back. So do the Hawks and Boston. I think Detroit are going to sweep Orlando. No, they don't. Dallas do 4-0 Denver Nuggets, though. They're through into round 2. Toronto, Boston's 2-2. Can Detroit get past? They do. And the Phoenix Suns 4-1 sort of sweep the Spurs. As the Knicks beat the Hawks and Cleveland beat Chicago. Now, you could have a game 7 between Toronto and Boston. We do have a game 7. As that's going to that team's going to be the last team to get into round 2, as the Timberwolves beat the Trailblazers. So we're going to have a little watch of this game if it gets close at the end, which it's going to. 4 minutes on the clock. Let's jump in. So as we jump in, Colin Murray Boyles will inbound the ball for Toronto. He's going to give it into Emmanuel quickly. RJ Barrett on the edge, gives it to Kawhi Leonard on Podcast P. He's going to drive in the paint. Cuts it back to quickly. Didn't go for the open shot there. Leonard gets it back on the edge. RJ Barrett with a long 3. It's in. I thought I was going to miss that. It's a good shot from RJ Barrett to extend the lead to 5. As Derek White's going to try and go into the paint on Emmanuel quickly. Gives it up to Podcast P, who's on the ISO with Kawhi Leonard. It's good defense from Kawhi. Podcast P gets a rebound and blocked by Colin Murray Boyles. What a block from him. Very good defensively in his second year, entering his second season in real life. Podcast P is going to inbound. Gives it to Tatum. Cam Thomas, who's gone to the Celtics, trying to do some moves on RJ Barrett. He's going to have to do a pull-up shot here. It's a nice floater from Cam Thomas. The lead is now 4. Lead is 3. Fucking being stupid. Kawhi into the paint. Fakes. Into the paint. It's missed. Good defense from Paul George there. Maybe he's not as washed as people think he is. Cam Thomas now. Is he going to hit a tough floater again? Is he going to drive into the paint? Get into the paint. Fouled by RJ Barrett as he's going to go to the line now. If he makes both the free throws at 1 point game with 3 minutes to go, he makes the first one. Cam Thomas makes the second as well. 1 point game. As Toronto probably will take their time here. Quickly he's going to bring it up for them. Derek White on him. Gives it up to RJ Barrett. Scotty Barnes sets the screen. He's going to get the pick and roll. Stolen by Tatum. Tatum out to Cam Thomas. He's going to drive to the paint. What a move from Cam Thomas. And the finish is even better. Kawhi's now going to try and bring it up and save Toronto's season. He lays it up to Boyles. Boyles on the turn. Lays it off to RJ Barrett. He's going to get to the paint. Easy layup. Toronto take the lead again. 1 point game. 2 minute 10 to go. Paul George is going to inbound and go up the field for the Celtics. Tatum sets the screen. Cuts back to the 3-point line. Paul George into the paint. Step back. It's off. Keita gets the rebound. That's a tough finish from Navis Keita. 1 point game. 1 minute 50 to go. Kawhi. He's going to bring it up for the Raptors. He's going to drive into the paint. Colin Murray Boyles gets the basket and 1. To extend the lead to a 2 point game in a game 7 win or go home. He drains it. Podcast P, he's going to bring it up again for the Celtics. Tatum making some movement. Keita sets the screen. Paul George doesn't give it to him. Paul George trying to make his way on Kawhi Leonard though. Keita sets the screen. Paul George doesn't take it. And the consequence of that, he misses. Keita tips it, but Colin Murray Boyles collects the rebound. Tries to go for a long-range pass, intercepted by Tatum. He's going to give it to Derek White. Lays it off back to Tatum. Keita's going to set another screen here, is he? No, he's not. Tatum with the pull-up. Or, contested shot, but it's a tough bucket from Jason Tatum. Kawhi making his way into the paint now. Doesn't need anyone's help. He's going to drive in on Paul George. Can he get the bucket? He's backing up on him. Good defense from Paul George. Colin Murray balls with the rebound again. Kawhi's fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2. As the Raptors are now in the bonus. And Paul George, if he makes one more foul, he's out the game. Leonard makes the first free throw. Well, it's second good. The second is good. 2-point game. 43 seconds on the clock. As Celtics call timeout. Cater, ball inbound. Derek White comes looking for the ball. He gives it up to Tatum, who's a quick 3. It's off. The Celtics aren't going to foul as yet. 2-possession game. Kawhi's going to drive in with a close shot. He scores. It's now a 4-point game again. Paul George is going to bring it up. Kawhi all over him. He's going to bring him to the paint, though, Paul George. Gives it up to Tatum. Cater. He misses. Tatum laid it off there to Cater. Should have really shot. He had an open basket inside the paint. But now the Celtics are going to foul. Scotty Barnes to the line. He makes the first free throw. Scotty Barnes is a decent free throw shooter, but he misses the second one. Tatum collects the rebound. Paul George now. He's going to try and make his way. Derek White with the 3. It's off. Cater with the rebound. And he lays it back in with his Dutch. Quickly to Scotty Barnes. The Celtics are going to foul. It's a 3-point game then. 7 seconds to go. Scotty Barnes, he makes the first one. I think that's going to give Toronto the Game 7 win. But the Celtics call a timeout again though. They can make it 3. The game is still on. Cater, he'll win inbound again. Gives it to Tatum again. He's going to have to take a shot here, Tatum. It's a nice basket from Tatum. But Toronto called a timeout with 2 seconds to go. They have won the game. But let's just see if they can extend their lead to 5 or 6. The Celtics foul again. Quickly he's going to go to the line for 2 buckets. He makes the first one. And the second one is in. And that wraps up the game. The Celtics are out of the 2027 playoffs in the first round as the Raptors beat them in the Game 7. That was quite a good Game 7, I think. So now, we go into the second round where the OKC, the 1 seed, play the 4th seed in the Phoenix Suns. The Timberwolves play Dallas. I think that'll be a tight game. Detroit play Toronto, who we just watched win in Game 7. The Knicks play Cleveland. Game 1, OKC win. Dallas win. Cleveland win. Toronto hasn't been played yet. Toronto beat the 1 seed. That's mega surprising. Game 2, Toronto beat Detroit again. As Cleveland get a game back, I'm pretty sure. And Dallas go 2-0 up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And OKC go 2 up on the Phoenix Suns. Into Game 3 then. OKC are going to sweep Phoenix, I'd say. Minnesota get a game back. The Knicks go 2-1 up. Game 3 in this game. Detroit do get one back as expected. But into Game 4 now. The OKC sweep the Suns as they go into the conference finals. Minnesota, Dallas win again to extend their lead to 2. The Knicks win again to extend their lead to 2 as well. But in this Game 4, the Toronto win again. It's going into a Game 5 now for them. And they're 3-1 up. Detroit take a game back, but the Knicks get to the conference finals. As Timberwolves get a game back as well. So now, can Minnesota get it to a Game 7, and so can Detroit as well? We will see. Into Game 6 then. The Mavericks make it through. They'll play OKC in the Western Conference Finals. As a decider could be decided by Toronto into the Eastern Conference Finals against the Knicks. Could this go to a Game 7? No, the Toronto Raptors beat the 1-seed Detroit Pistons, who look to dominate the league in that Eastern Conference, but they are out. So the Eastern Conference Finals is the Knicks versus Toronto, and the Western is Dallas versus OKC. Game 1 of the Conference Finals, Toronto beat the Knicks in the Eastern. Game 1 in the Western, OKC take the lead. Game 2, both teams who won first go 2-0 up. Game 3, Toronto could 4-0 the Knicks, sweep them, champions from last season. Game 3 in the Western, Dallas get a game back. Then to Game 4 now, OKC get a third win as the Raptors sweep the Knicks as they go into the NBA Finals. Is this game going to decide it for OKC, or will Dallas get one back? I think OKC will go through. They do. Western Conference Finals goes to Shea. Eastern Conference Finals MVP goes to Kawhi. He averaged only 21 though. So in the finals then, as we go into Game 1, it's a tight game. This is a tight game. 4 minutes 51, we're going to jump in. So now we will jump in. Oh, the camera's gone. Brilliant. Right. We will now jump in. Kawhi Leonard has it on the edge of the three-point line. He's in an ISO on Jared McCain. Trying to make his way into the paint. Goes out to the three-point line again. He's got 12 seconds to put up a shot. He's going to run the clock down. And he's going to make his move in the later seconds. Kawhi makes his way into the paint. It's a nice bucket from Kawhi Leonard. Hartenstein thought about a double team, but didn't go to it. The Shea's going to bring it up for OKC. But OKC do call a timeout. So they were inbound again, just over their halfway. As Hartenstein's going to inbound for OKC. He gives it up to Chet Holmgren. He gives it up to J-Dub. J-Dub's going to make his way into the paint. It's a good bucket. Not particularly good defense from Kawhi Leonard, which is a bit unusual. But Emmanuel Quickley, he'll bring it up. We're watching Toronto again. Colin Murray balls, couldn't get a dunk off, but just about flicks his layup straight into the basket. Shea will bring it up. Not a lot of movement from OKC. Is Chet going to set the screen? He does. Pick and roll. Chet with the slam. Toronto lead by 2 with 3.5 minutes to go in this Game 1 in the NBA Finals. So Emmanuel Quickley, he'll bring it up. Kawhi on the edge of the three-point line gives it to Scotty Barnes with the easy bucket. No real contest from Chet as he tried to go for the tip and steal it. Chet on the edge of the three-point line, going to try and force his way in on Scotty Barnes. He gets into the paint with a close shot. It's in. 2-point game now. OKC holding on and trying to win this Game 1. Quickly gives it up to Kawhi in the paint. Kawhi with the spin. Layups off. Hartenstein collects the rebound. Chet's going to bring it up. Stolen by Colin Murray Balls. He's played perfectly in their playoff series so far. RJ Barrett with the 3. And it's in as well. The lead is now 5 for Toronto. As Shea will try and force his way into the paint. A nice Euro step from Shea. And the lead is back to 3. And Scotty's going to bring the ball up. Kawhi gets open. Stolen. No, it's not. Kawhi wins it back. Colin Murray balls with the layup. It's in. The lead is back to 5 with 2 minutes 5 on the clock. Shea now. He's going to force his way into the paint again, or try to. Quickly with good defense. Shea with the rush shot. It's off. Barrett brings it up. Scotty Barnes now on the edge of the three-point line. He gives it up to RJ Barrett. Quickly to Leonard. On the ISO. with the fadeaway. It's a good basket from Kawhi Leonard. 7-point lead, Toronto. Can OKC fight back, or is the game just going to slip out of their hands in this game one? Casey Wallace with the screen. Gives it up to Shea. He's going to try and make a spin move, and he does get it to work. Kawhi's going to bring the ball up. The lead is 5 now, with 1:20 to go. Kawhi has an ISO on the edge of the 3-point line. He's going to try and make his way into the paint again on J-Dub. Oh, it's good defense from J-Dub, but Kawhi, there's no stopping Kawhi Leonard in the paint. Shea, he will bring it up. It's now a 7-point lead. Shea trying to do his work. Nice moves from Shea. Can he get to the paint? Tipped by Conor Murray-Bowles, but Hartenstein does slam it in. And it's a 5-point game. Kawhi will bring it for Toronto. He'll try and slow the clock down. Gets a screen from Scotty Barnes. Pick and roll. Scotty lays it up. As the OKC call a timeout with 44 seconds to go. As it is a 7-point game. OKC are going to have to try and fight back hard now to get back into the game. As there are only 44 seconds on the clock. Hartenstein's going to inbound the ball to Casey Wallace. He's going to give it up to Shea, who gets a screen from Hartenstein. With a tough three, Shea, a moving three. Gets the basket. It's now a 4-point lead. OKC will foul now. As Toronto still out in the bonus, so they have to foul again now, OKC. As Toronto gives it up to Kawhi Leonard to score their free throws. I would trust this man too. The first one's in. Can he make the second free throw to make the game a 6-point game? Kawhi makes the second. Holmgren inbounds to Casey Wallace. Who now he has to... Okay, so you're going to have to rush this now. Gets the screen from Hartenstein. Up to Shea. He's going to make his move into the paint. Oh, he just about makes that shot. There's a nice bucket from Shea though. As OKC are going to foul again. Conor Murray-Bowles got to inbound. Oh, almost stolen by Hartenstein. But Hartenstein does commit the foul. As Toronto go to the line again this time, but with Immanuel Quickley. He makes his first free throw. He's a very efficient free throw shooter, is Immanuel Quickley. And he makes the second one, just about bobbling around the rim there. But does make its way in the basket. It's OKC I can't fucking speak. OKC call another timeout. 6-point game. 20 seconds on the clock. 1 possession game now for OKC. No shot clock, as under 24 seconds. Hartenstein inbounds to Shea. Shea's going to have to make up a quick shot here. So he's going to get into the paint. Shea spin move. What a basket from Shea. It's a 4-point game now. Kawhi Leonard, he will inbound. And he's going to give it up to Immanuel Quickley. And Shea fouls again. As Immanuel Quickley will go to the line again with Toronto. Quickley drains the first basket. Can he drain the second three, though? No, he doesn't. The pressure might have got to him there. As Chet, he's now got to throw it up quickly to Casey Wallace. Shea on the edge. His three's off. Toronto collect it. And that's a ball game. Game 1 goes to the Raptors in the finals. Kawhi's legacy. Could win another... Is Kawhi won a ring? Has he won a ring? Oh yeah, he did. 2019. This could be a second ring then. With the Raptors. He only spent 1 season with them in 2019. Into game 2 then. Is this going to be another close game? It's not. OKC take game 2. As we go into game 3 now. Looks like OKC might take this again. OKC take game 3. It's game 4 now. Can Toronto fight back, or are they going to lose another game? They're going to lose again. Toronto lose again in game 4. So into game 5 now. It's win or go home for Toronto. And I think it's going to be a go home for Toronto. as OKC, they win the championship in the 2027 season simulation. OKC, they didn't go back to back last year, but in the 24-25 season, they won the championship. So this is their second championship in a few years. I do want to check the stats for the season though in the regular season. So Shea to get the most points, 32 a night, 7 assists. In the playoffs, he got 35. Jesus. Ang got 30 a night. Luka, 30 a night. Wemby, that's just ridiculous, to be fair to him. Tatum had a good season, to be fair. Zion came back and started performing. He's not as injury prone as he was. Well, thank you guys for watching this 2027 season simulation. Leave a comment of what rebuild or simulation you want to see next. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.